I'm back, and I'm so relieved as well. Back from Kenya, back home in Lancashire now. Kenya was alright, but no, it wasn't alright, to be honest. The food was horrible. It was too hot for me. I'm a cold-souled person. I need the northern, damp, grey, dingy winters. You know what I mean? But I'm back now, so I've got loads to do in the garden. But first, let's have a little look at what I've been up to.
Picture, Stu.
Recording. Yep. Well, this dust, it's like talcum powder, isn't it? Go on. Jumbo!
Eat us. Do they come for you? Yeah. How do you get them to go away? Is that it? So if you don't give them food, they eat you?
Yeah. Mount Kenya, second highest mountain in Africa. So since I got back, it's pretty much rained every day, so that stopped me going to the allotment. Because of that, I've been trapped in my backyard. So I'll show you what's happening at the moment in our backyard. There's all kinds of pots. They all need a good weed, to be honest with you. We've not really done that much over winter. We've got a few spring bulbs coming up, some grape hyacinth or muscari, I think they're called. Yeah, just generally lots of weeding, and what we'll do is once I've weeded these pots, I'll give them a top dressing of compost. Now in there are my granddad's forget-me-nots. They've pretty much spread themselves all around the yard now, which I don't mind at all. I encourage that, to be honest with you, because every time I see them, it's like I'm saying hello to him, bless him. Now this old bucket here, it's knackered, so if I get the water out, I might use that to force some of our rhubarb. I'll probably do it on the backyard rhubarb, not up the allotment, because I would look a bit strange carrying an empty bucket through the streets to get to the allotment. So yeah, more weeding required here. There's hang on, you don't want to see my shadow. So Elaeatris, no, I did take some seeds from that last year, so I might try sowing some of those. If you don't know what Elaeatris looks like, it'll grow these big spikes that are full of pinky purple flowers, and bees seem to like them. So my mock orange, oh, it's starting to get a few little leaves on, look, it's doing alright. And we've got a spirea there again. It's getting some leaves on it. My fig, still to get fruits off this, but it has got some green buds on the top. Now in this one, I did actually plant 6 broad beans, but only 5 have come up, if you can see them. And then there's one random rogue garlic at the front. I might as well just leave that. Every little helps, doesn't it? Oh look, flowers are out on the rosemary. Very nice. And in here we've got a load more garlics in the big raised bed, with a few shallots at the back, but that needs a proper good weed. So I'll get in there, I'll weed it all, throw the weeds in for the chickens there, bless them, and then once I've weeded it, I'll probably give it a good mulch of compost. We've got plenty of compost. So down here we've got a few of the spring bulbs, some tulips making an early show, and a couple of daffodils at the back. Yeah. Now these were irises, but they've been and gone. If you've been following either my community page or my Instagram or my Twitter, I've been putting the updates as I was away. Claire was sending me photographs of what was in flower, so I have been putting the updates on there. Go and check it out. I put all kinds of things on my Instagram page. Right, fruit trees. Right then, this pear I think gets blocked out by the bay and that conifer thing. It blocks the sun out, so it's not doing as well as the plum next to it. Not just in height, even like buds. You can't see any little green buds on this pear. So what I think I'll probably do is move it to not the bin with the quince in, which has got lots of buds on. That bin there that's full of weeds and 5 or 6 garlics. I'll take those garlics out, put them in that empty bin, and then I'll put the pear in there, because we don't want a tree there because of our washing line right next to it. As nice as it'd be to have it there, it'd be very impractical. So what else have we got going on? Oh yeah, they're the remains of the crocus in that pot. Again, it needs weeding. Do you know what, once I've weeded it and the crocuses start to die down, I'll give it a good mulch, and I'll probably just sow some annual flower seeds in there, rather than having a full pot. Just wait until the crocuses come again next year. I might as well make the most of it and get some flower seeds in there. Right, and round here, cold frame's been doing really well. I had a look the other day, and lots of things are in bud. And just to show you, I've left out there 2 little blackcurrant cuttings that I took from one of the blackcurrant plants at the allotment, and look, we've got quite a few buds on them. So that's been in there over the winter. So if you've not got a cold frame, really worthwhile, because if I could do this one-handed, I'd take the lid off and show you. But everything that I've put in there, all the cuttings I've taken, and things like my autumn sown sweet peas, they're all doing absolutely great guns. So it's amazing what a little bit of a cover makes. And that wall that it's against gets the sun shining on it pretty much most of the day, so there's a bit of heat coming back off the wall. Right, so that's about it. There's not an awful lot going on. Oh, here's my rhubarb. Look, that's what I'm going to use that bucket to force, I think. Showing signs of life, it's starting to come up. Yeah, there's not an awful lot going on. The allotment needs a hell of a lot of work doing to it, but as I said, I can't really go up there and do much because it's been raining every day since I got back, and it'll just turn into a mud bath. So let's see if I can show you any nice buds on the quince. We're yet to have fruits from this bad boy, but patience, it will come. Look at the pinky colours on those buds there. It has blossomed in the few years that we've had it. It's blossomed every year, and it's beautiful to see the blossoms, to be honest with you. The flower blossoms seem to come out before the leaves do, so they really stand out. You get to see them really nicely, which is great. It's that time of year where a lot of what's going to be happening outside in the garden starts off in my kitchen with all the seeds. Whether it's on the kitchen table like this or the kitchen windowsill, doesn't really matter how well the seeds do and how well they go on to grow outside, either at the allotment or in the backyard. Our Claire still, she still has a go about the fact I just take up any available flat space in the kitchen with seeds, but I don't think she minds really. Yeah, she's a good one. I'm very lucky. Right, so what have we got then? We've got all sorts, to be honest. A couple of different types of tomato, San Marzano, and some little black cherries. Mainly gonna go up to the greenhouse at the allotment tomatoes, because those of you that watch a lot of these videos, you'll remember I have taken down my plastic polytunnel in the backyard. We've got some larkspurs, pak choys, celery, dahlia, tarragon, some sweet banana peppers. Now they were in an envelope, the sweet bananas, and I haven't yet got round to looking on Google Images to see what they look like, but I'm guessing the name sweet banana, it's either to do with the taste or how they look. So we shall see. We'll see how they get on. And then one thing new that I'm trying this year, it's not a type of seed that I'm growing, it is a heated mat. I bought it off one of my sisters, so Al, if you're watching, thanks mate. Yeah, and I've not been having it on during the day, because you can see quite bright sunlight's coming in through the kitchen doors, but I've been turning it on at night. And they're also fairly near a radiator, which is just along that back wall. I don't know if you can tell. So we'll see how they go. I've tried to get things like the chilli plants, the sweet peppers, the tomatoes, those things that need a little bit of heat to help them germinate. I've tried to get those on the heated mat where possible. Excuse me. And then over there we've got a selection of all kinds of other things really. Globe artichokes, cabbages, Swiss chards, some sweet peas in toilet paper rolls. Yeah, and it is just one glorious mess. I love this time of year, but as I said, Claire's not so much of a fan. But you know, she always admits it's worth it in the end when everything gets planted out and we get loads of food or some really nice flowers in the backyard. It is always worth it. Right. As ever, thank you for watching. I am now back from Kenya. Normal service here in my garden, the allotment, and on YouTube will now resume. So, for those of you that know this channel, that means I will be getting around watching as many of your videos as possible. I didn't have a huge amount of internet when I was away. Most of my internet was getting used to FaceTime Claire and the girls. And then if I had any left over, I think I did upload about 6 or 7 videos. I've got plenty more stored up on my phone of various plants that I saw when I was in Kenya, so I'll be drip feeding those onto my channel over the next few weeks. Thanks again for watching. I'm back. I've missed you all. I've missed my garden. I've missed our Claire and the girls. It's just good to be back, guys. Let's hope we all have a fantastic growing year this year. All right. See you in a bit.